Welcome back. It's been a long time since I put out a video. So last time I was out at the river, I got tired. I didn't want to do a clean out. I threw my high banker in a bucket and brought it home.
How dare you?
Yeah. So here I am. I'm in the laboratory and we're going to clean out the mats and have a look-see. Let's have a look at the high banker. So I run moss over expanded, and if you look, you can see how all the cells are full. This is a dampener. Some people call it Alaskan dampener. Call it whatever you want. Everything is dried in place, but we'll pop it out. You see the Jarvie riffle, and behind the Jarvie riffle is the nugget trap. So on this high banker, there's top mat, grizzly, and I always carry a screwdriver so I can clean my grizzlies out when I'm in the field and loosen my mats. So let's clean out the high banker and see what we got. Okay, first step to cleaning out the high banker is to take out thumb screws, pull the washers. Always put them somewhere safe because they're going to fall between the rocks and you'll lose them. Carry spares. Bottom mat, top mat, and I really don't know if these mats are going to be able to be pulled out dry because they're going to be wedged in place with all the sand and gravel. But we'll try and see what happens. Okay, that's it. Next we try to loosen the expanded. And it is wedged in place. We may have to wet these mats. Oh, helps if I pull all the nuts out. I guess I got a nut loose. One and two. And the washers. So we'll take a screwdriver, loosen this little clamp, pop it out. Again, everything's dry and tight. Usually in the field, comes out easy because it's wet. Everything goes in the bucket to get rinsed off. Try this again, see if we can't pull the expanded out. It's pretty locked in there. It's pretty locked in there. So let's do some rinsing down in the laboratory with the lab hose and see what happens. Get everything wet. Let's see if that doesn't help loosen stuff up a little bit. I'll try this again. Boy, she's been stuck for a while. Hey, it's not usually this bad in the field. But the screwdriver really helps for pulling all the wedged things out. And there we go. That's coming loose. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. And that is the Jarvie riffle. I really want to take a second and just show you the purpose of the Jarvie riffle here. We're going to take a look in the sluice box and you can see the cons underneath where the Jarvie riffle was. Do you see that? That water's in dead space underneath there, and that's where all the heavies drop out. 95% of your gold is caught in this section underneath the Jarvie riffle. This is why Jarvie riffles are a big deal. Your fluid drops out there, or your heavies drop out. It evens out the water before it hits the sluice, slows it down so you get a nice slow flow over top of the expanded and moss.
I like it a lot.
So, the Jarvie riffle's out. We'll see if we can't get the expanded out now. It is tight. So we're going to wash out as much cons as we can into the bucket. and then try again. Normally it's not this hard in the field. It's because everything's been drying in the garage all winter. And I was just lazy. Let's try again. There we go. And there we go. We'll put this right in the bucket to get rinsed out. The lower moss is all one piece. Roll it up. Roll the top of the bolts. Pull it out. Roll it up. It's heavy in the bucket. And now I should show you what's underneath the moss. Underneath the moss on the V-rib is this bed of heavies. So we're going to pull out this V-rib, and then we'll pull out the top part of this high banker moss, and we'll rinse the thing out, and everything will be in the bucket. So, same principle. Roll up the V-mat. Sideways, very heavy again, into the bucket. Now we'll clean out the top. Pop out the expanded. There we go. Into the bucket. First comes the moss. And this is the primary catch system. It's up in the top. And pull out the V-rib. Now we'll rinse the high banker down, and we'll have the high banker cleaned. Turn on the lab water. Now you do have to give it a tilt because the nugget trap holds some, up top holds some here. And I always have trouble with this. I usually have to turn it over into my bucket. We'll wash out the nugget trap. There won't be any nuggets here, but anyway there might be. And everything up top is rinsed out now. High banker's clean. I'm just gonna dump this out. Give this a little rinse here to get the top of this out. There. Let's get this out of here. Okay. Now, we rinse everything out in the bucket. And you can pan or whatever you want to do from there. We'll add some water to the bucket. Pull out the expanded. Pull out the V-rib. Whatever it is, hiding in the bucket. Rinse it out. Go off. V-rib, any kind of trap, you want to reverse it and roll it so it opens up those riffles and gets everything out of there. There you go. Now this is unbacked moss. It's very easy to clean. Same thing, you want to just give it a little roll. Clean. The lower moss, give it a little roll. Clean. Hang that over my laboratory hook. And now we'll just pour the contents out of the bucket. I put this in here so I wouldn't screw up Mother's laboratory tub with the legs. A few rocks on there. Pour out the excess water. Oh, black sands are crawling out. Give it time to settle. Go slow. And don't pour any black sand down your drain because it'll sit in your trap and they'll never come out. Hey, we forgot something. We forgot the Derby riffle. Telling you folks, Jarvie Riffle from Paul Jarvis, they really are the cat's ass for flower gold. If you don't have one, you should look into it. These things will even out and slow down the flow before they get into your spinners or moss or whatever you're using in your recovery system. They really do work. The water's forced to go over and through these holes, and that's a low pressure area. They really do work. I would advise these to anybody running for flower gold. Any mat system. And so now, there's our cons.
Great success.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
This is a really big deal. You're going to have to pay attention to this one. We got a really big surprise coming up. Yeah, we just crossed the 250 subscriber mark. I want to take this moment to thank each and every one of you. So we're going to have a party. We're going to have some cool guests. We're going to celebrate. We're going to probably have some cool prizes. I'm planning this stuff out. And we're going to take the time, run these cool cons. That's 3 batches worth through the high banker. Let's see how much gold's in there. Woohoo! So yeah, I hope to see you all there. Come on back, y'all.
I love gold!